Hi.
Hi, thank you for your advice about auditioning too, because that was, I feel like myself included, there's probably a ton of people in here that are inspired to act, and, it was great to hear that from professionals. So my question is kind of personal. It's more directed towards Jared, but I would like your input on it too.
That's fine.
So have you guys ever, had some like unhealthy coping mechanism, and how did you get out of it? What
I've
did you
only
replace
had
it with?
unhealthy coping mechanisms. Is there healthy coping mechanisms? Because I have not found that.
I don't know, like drawing or something.
What?
Drawing or something, like.
Draw. No, that would be unhealthy because I would then look at what I just drew and realize that I sucked at that too.
Oh man, you have no idea how I feel. I got you on that.
So is your question about auditioning or coping mechanisms? I mean it.
Thanking you for the auditioning, but like the coping mechanisms, because I know some people turn to drugs or alcohol or self-abuse, and I don't know, it's just like, it would be nice to hear from some people if they had experience in it like you guys.
That's a huge, wildly important question. And very, 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 very near and dear to me and my heart, and my family, and my soul. Unhealthy coping mechanisms are very unhealthy.
We established that already.
Yeah, I consulted and still consult a professional, a doctor, about how to learn to cope more properly with pain, with sadness, with depression, with anxiety. It gets really scary sometimes. The world's it can be a scary place for a white dude who has a career, and I get pretty scared sometimes, I get pretty worried. And sometimes my wife isn't there to tell me it's all right. Sometimes my buddies aren't there to tell me it's all right. My friends aren't there to tell me it's all right. And I choose to listen to the bad instead of the good. So I went to a professional, and I'm proud of it. And I'm certainly not qualified to give proper advice, but to say, and I hope this doesn't sound like a cop-out, but to say, like, if I wanted to learn how to be a kickboxer, I would go to a kickboxing professional. If I wanted to learn how to be a nutritionist, I would go to a nutritionist. If I wanted to know how to be a surgeon, I would go to medical school. I wanted to learn how to take care of my mental health, so I went to a mental health professional, and I'm proud of it. Thank you. And I truly wish that for everybody. I think there's a weird stigma right now where if you go like, hey, if you say, I've got cancer, so I went to a doctor, people are like, well, yeah. But if you say like, hey, man, I've got some wild anxiety, they're like, oh, well, just relax, which doesn't make sense. I think we're moving in the right direction as a society, but there was something going on in my head I wasn't controlling. That is not dead today, So, but I go to a doctor, because something's going on. I just want to know the answers. There's no shame. There's no like, oh, I talked to somebody about I'm feeling sad. It's like, what? Why are you sad? You're rich or you whatever. You know what I mean? Like that. So I say to everybody that one of my greatest blessings in life was realizing before it was too late that I wanted to figure out what was going on in my head. So that's my advice.